Jesus, let's everyone destroy this coronavirus and bring a vaccine to the earth. Jesus, they change everyone's prayer requests into praise points. In Jesus' name I pray, Amen.
Right. So before we move on to anything, I wanted to know the birthdays of your guys. So yesterday I've actually posted it in the group and deleted again, thinking we are meeting today anyhow. So why not just ask you guys? So I know Akank's birthday is tomorrow.
Asking Auntie, can I get a paper? I want to make track of that too.
Yeah, you can write. Yeah. Akank's January 8th.
No, it's
If
February.
anyone else want to write down, you can write down as well.
No, it's February, not January.
Talking Auntie, today is Dana's birthday. The before day of Akank's day is birthday.
Yesterday was day.
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
February
Yesterday is going to her house.
February 11th is Stacy's birthday and Sniggy's birthday is on 10th.
Oksara.
Oh.
నేను రాసుకుండు Akansh Feb 8th. Sorry, I was, with all the cold medications and everything, my mind is working very slow. I was somehow still thinking that this is the month of January. So Akansh's birthday is February 8th. And then anybody know Akhil's birthday?
Akhil's birthday is on April 22nd. It's not here.
April.
And Queen's birthday is on March 8th, I think.
No, and Ajit's birthday already is over. It's on December 29th.
And Queen's birthday is on March. Why?
Wait, whose birthday? Queen's?
Yeah, Queen's.
Wait. Whose birthday was on December again?
Ajit.
Wait. Okay. To avoid any confusion, just let me know whoever's birthday I'm asking. Okay.
Sakini Auntie.
So when was Snigda's birthday again?
January 11th to 10th.
February 10th, but they said they're gonna celebrate it on 12th.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because it's Saturday.
Okay, next. Serena.
March 20 and the before day is Effie's birthday. I mean, like March 8th, I think.
March 20. Okay. Sandy.
Mine is April 25th.
April 25th. And Effie?
Effie's March 5th.
Yeah, right. I remember Effie's birthday. Rami?
May 20.
Suchi?
August 24th. Akka, after you're done, can you tell it everything again so me and my sister can write?
Yeah. So when was Stacy's again? Somebody told Stacy's birthday.
11th.
February, somewhere.
February
12th.
7th.
12th.
11th.
12th? 2 birthdays?
Yes.
February 12th.
Oh, wait, you forgot someone. You forgot someone.
Oh, Aradhana.
Yeah.
Right.
On August 2nd. August 2nd.
Okay, Ajit?
December 29th.
December 29th. I think that's the same with Sandy's parents' anniversary, right?
No.
I think
How would I know?
I remember Ajit sharing his birthday with some other occasion, but I think it's Sandy.
Yeah, it was my parents. Sandy's parents.
My birthday is the first birthday from all this church for the year.
Abby?
My dad's birthday is the first birthday.
No.
June 1st.
My dad's on the New Year.
Okay, let me rearrange this. Give me a second.
First, Anka.
Sakinyaka, I know some birthdays because I wrote them on my calendar you gave me.
Ah, good job, Tali. I should have done that earlier.
I actually, on my calendar, I just put on February 8th, I just put an arrow and then put my birthday.
I still have to get down Hadassa.
Second, 1 second. I'll open my calendar in my laptop. It'll be much easier.
Calendar? Oh, 12 is, 12 is Friday. That's when
It's
you're
not
celebrating.
Stacy
Oh.
Day. How can I erase?
March, April.
Okay, April, June.
Okay, Nation Tali. April.
How do we
May.
spell?
How do you spell what?
Akaj. I can read it now.
It's just on his camera. S-H. It's on his camera.
I know. I'm looking there.
Yeah, or I'll just put Imperial Dragon because he's one of the strongest.
Akash, when is your birthday?
Tomorrow.
February 8th. Tomorrow. Duh. It's February 8th.
Okay.
Okay, let me read it out for somebody who also is taking it down. I will read it out in an order, like Akansh is February 8th, that is tomorrow. Akansh, February 8th. Snigdha, February 10th.
Yes.
How do we spell Snigdha, auntie?
S-N-I-E-A.
S-N-I-A-A-A.
No,
S-N-I-G.
S-I-S-N-I-G.
D-H-A.
D-H-A. Snigdha Day. D.
Snigdha. Ask a killer roll. She's the pro.
After you tell the birthdays in order.
Birthday?
10th.
Anybody have an idea? I think Benjamin's is on November 6th.
Oh, yeah. Benjamin is definitely in November.
12th is Stacy's birthday, no, auntie?
Yeah,
11th.
11th is Stacy's birthday. I'm
Wait,
trying to
when's
figure.
Clara's birthday and Elena's birthday?
Elena's is, I think, October something.
No.
No, I think it's in December.
December
A few
10th.
days before this.
Wait.
December 20.
It was in December. I am last.
December.
December 10th. I have hers on mine.
And then Clara's? Clara baby?
Clara baby's
Clara's
is
is
This again, I didn't write.
March 11th. Sakina auntie, what's next, auntie? After Stacy's?
I know one. February 28th is Tiara's.
And I got one more. On the 12th is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. On the 22nd is George Washington's birthday.
But I don't think we are going to celebrate that. Because
American history.
And we can't go to their house and say happy birthday.
For now, I think we'll just for first round, we will write down the birthdays of like who are here. So let us complete this first, okay? So anyway, Snigdha's was Feb 10th and Stacy Feb 11th.
Yep.
Tiara's Feb 28th.
Yeah.
Stacy is February 11th.
Yes.
Effie March 5th.
Wait, I need to mark down Effie's. I already did.
Sakina,
Well, that's April 22nd.
Tali, Suchi, do you have Benjamin and Hadassah's birthdays?
No. I didn't know this, so I didn't write.
No, it's there's Benjamin is somewhere in November 12th.
But Aman's?
I think Benjamin is.
Aryan and Aman.
Sakinyaka, Aman's is on May 2nd.
And Noel's is on Christmas.
can we go in order?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
Noel's
tell.
is on Christmas. Noel's birthday.
Serena, did you write Stacy's?
Yes.
Tali, for now, let us keep I know we need Aryan, Aman, Dana, Jashan, all of those birthdays. We get them down, but for now we'll only keep to, like whoever are here. So Serena, then after Effie, Serena is March 20th.
Yeah, auntie.
So
That means
2 March.
19th is her birthday.
Hmm?
19th is Effie's birthday.
5th.
No, it's 5th.
March 5th.
Okay. I keep getting confused.
Then moving on to April, we have
Second
Clara on 11th.
yet.
And Akhil.
I'm not
Akil's is on 22nd.
Yeah.
April 22nd.
Yeah. April
Yeah.
22nd.
So Clara
So when
is
is
on
Clara?
April 7th. Akil is on 22nd and Sandis is on 25th.
April 25th.
Say it again. Can you repeat it again?
Clara is when?
Clara
On what?
11th. April 11th.
March.
Yeah.
Clara.
April
Oh,
11th.
April.
March. From the
April
March.
22nd is Akhil. And April.
Excuse me.
Okay, bye-bye.
There's a lot of confusion if everyone's talking.
April
Let me read it out. Clara's April 11th.
Mhm.
Akil, April 22nd.
Auntie, I'm not ready yet. Clara.
And Sandy, April 25th.
What's next, auntie? The next after Clara?
Till 22nd.
Akil. Nana, let me read it out quickly. I'll post the screenshot in the group if you want because it's taking a lot of time, okay? So whoever is writing out fast, try to write it down fast. So next we are moving on to May. Then next we have April 25th is Sandy, and after Sandy we are moving on to May. May 20th we have Prami's birthday. May 20th, Prami. Then June 1st, Abhi.
Then
June 1st, Abhi. Aradhna, August 2nd.
Ah.
yeah.
Please spell Aradhana.
AARADHA.
AARADHA.
Ding ding ding.
Next to Suchi, August 24th. Ajit, December 29th. Ajit, December 29th.
Okay.
Suchi?
Aryan's birthday is on October 3rd and Aman's is on May 2nd. I have them down.
And Noel's is on Christmas. Actually.
Okay, we still have a lot of missing details. Like we need so many other birthdays like Elena, Benjamin, Harrison. We need confirmed
Elena,
dates, but
Akka, I
that's
know Elena's.
Same, auntie. Alina's birthday is on
December
December
10th.
10th. December 10th.
Elena's.
okay. So you can get that down. I will fill in the other details as well and then post this in the group just in case somebody wants to write that down. Next.
Auntie, I can't find December 10th on my calendar.
Maybe that's because
I see it.
months far away.
How could you? In my laptop. Oh, found it.
That's fine. We'll move on to the next thing. So last week we didn't have Sunday school because I figured out maybe you guys might need a break after doing everything on Saturday. So I just wanted to know, like, how was Saturday's event? If you'd like more events like that, what are your plans? We have to think about the finances if we want to do more. And then I also wanted to know the best thing you've liked on whatever happened Saturday. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll talk a little bit about being generous, and then we'll wind up today's session. Okay. So first, I'll call out each of your names. So you let me know how you liked what the Saturday's event and what was the best part, like what was your favorite part. And then if you think that we should do such kind of things more often, and if you think that we should do it more often, how do you think we should get the money? Because we need to plan the finances as well, right? So if the presentation can go off, I think I can see all of you guys together. Yeah, thank you. We'll first start with Akansh.
I like about that thing where we actually went into the wild, me and Akil, and we actually gave it out. I like that part. And I like where we were collecting because I got 2 of them. And first is where, and second is the best, and third is the one with crystals.
What did we collect?
We put inside those bags.
Right. Yeah, that was fun.
And
You guys, but for me it was horrible to set all of that up and like to make sure that everything went into every bag. It was a lot of chaos. But the whole point is, yeah, anyone whoever has put in any kind of hardship, it's because everyone wants you guys to enjoy and you guys to make the best out of it. Anyway, I'm sorry, Akash, for bringing you up. Yeah, so that was your favorite part. And do you think we should?
my other favorite part is where only me and Akil went out and we gave the bags to the poor.
And finding out that someone's broke into a car and found evidence.
Oh yeah! Akil found that it was glass, and I detected that now someone broke in, and then someone broke in that car because the glass, there was little bits of glass on the behind Serena's car. And it looked exactly like Serena's car. So then, and I saw a sign, and it said, hide your belongings, lock your cars, and take your keys. So that means the robbers might have broken.
And he found a penny underground.
Yeah, and a pen.
And he found it to evidence that Akil went crazy.
No, I didn't find it. Akil found it. But I detected that robbers were there.
That's fine. Okay, so do you think we have to do it more often in the future?
Unless we have evidence. Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
I'm not talking about the breaking in part. I'm talking about helping part.
Oh, the helping part we have to do every day.
Every day.
No, not every day. I mean, we have to do it when we see poor people.
Nice. Yeah. Next, Serena.
So the part where I like is that we met again in the car in my car, and then the part where me and Akash sing songs, and we got to make the bags, and then we got to make the cards at that time. And then we got to show our crafts, and which is around me in this wall compartment.
So do you think we have to do it more often?
Every week.
Every week? Okay, so how do we then? How do we do it? Because all of this cost a lot. Nothing is for free, so we need to think about that as well.
We buy our own stuff, and then we buy. You get pairs. You get pairs. You get the fruits. We get the mask, and someone gets the clothes, and then something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I actually like their forks.
It would be great if we can get to do it every week.
What about every month?
I don't know how practical that is because
I had a question for this. for Saturday. So how did that car get inside that thingy? Inside the garden?
Oh yeah, how did that?
There was a freaking car.
And talking auntie, if you did not know, there was a fire that day.
Oh.
So much smoke in the air.
Yeah, we
I
saw.
that. I saw that. Me and Akil definitely saw that.
And we
Yeah,
saw
even we recorded. Even we recorded it. So we went back and recorded it.
What the?
So I don't know about the car. So let's move on from that. But one thing for sure is we don't have to be afraid or we don't have to be scared about anything, but it's always nice to be careful, right? So helping others or, like going into the field and doing things are always great. But every single time you have to be very, very cautious. Okay? Uh,
That might happen.
be it, like putting your mask on, sanitizing regularly, or be it locking your cars, or maybe if you have to stay in the car, you have to stay in the car. Whatever, whatever that is, it is never wrong to be a little on the cautious part because it's better than to be sorry, right?
Alex is
So
not on the car.
that's fine. Next, we'll move on to Suchi and Prami. Suchi.
My favorite part is when we did the bags and made our cards.
Mm-hmm.
And when we showed our crafts to everyone and when we passed out the bags to the homeless. And I think we shall do it every month because you're saying it's going to cost some money. So, like in the middle of the month or sometime, we can pass out the bags to the homeless.
Yeah. So I'm thinking the same. Maybe let's plan it out every month. I think that's more practical. But I don't.
My dad wouldn't allow. I was just telling that it would be nice, but my dad wouldn't allow me.
So
Every month.
every second. So you would actually waste money.
So as of now, we don't have any plan about how we'll be doing it or how frequently we'll be doing it. We have to figure that out. We have to sit it out with the parents and the deacon team because it's just not us doing it. The parents have to come together as well. Mm. So yeah, we'll think about it. Suchi?
And after everything is done, can I show you a few things?
Sure. Rami.
And the best part when I like this, when I get to keep the stuff in the bag, and when I went to in Dallas, I went to some shops like Walmart and Kroger, and I gave the bags to the poor. That time I liked it. The other time is when we went to Walmart also and passed out the bags.
Mm. Yeah.
And
So
can I show after everything is done?
sure. Next, Sandy.
I have three favorite parts. So my first favorite part was in the beginning when my dad was like saying the message about the 5 loaves and 2 fish, and when he asked the question, how much will I get a box of biryani for? And then Jeevan said a penny. So that was my favorite part. And then the second part is when we were making the bags, Jeevan and Hadasan and I think Akansh also sang a few songs. That was also my favorite part. And then my third favorite part was when we were giving out the bags. It was actually kind of fun. Even though I didn't get to like actually give them out. It was actually kind of fun seeing it though. And I think we should do this event maybe like once or twice a month. And we can earn the money, like we can like put up a small, like I don't know, a lemonade stand, not like that, not a lemonade stand, but like some sort of
Garage sale.
stand that we can earn money, and then we can probably earn money,
And then give
and the
it.
church can also earn money by the end of the month, and then we can also earn money by the stand at the end of the month. So I think we'll have enough to buy the things for
You
the
can
bag,
actually, or you
for the
can
bags.
sell your stuff. You don't.
I'll figure that out. I
You
have a
know,
lot of ideas like that as well. Like, kind of like how the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts do, like Girl Scouts sell out cookies and boys sell out popcorn or something like that.
like
Pretzels thing.
yeah, that was also I was thinking like a lemonade stand or like
Well,
Yeah.
a
I
drink
I
stand.
actually wrote that down. I actually did write that down in my phone, like just in case we do that every month. I had some ideas like
or maybe you can just sell
in
it.
summer we can sell lemonades or slurpees, and then
Actually,
we
Auntie,
can
I have the idea. We can,
Serena.
we do potlucks and stuff. We can do something like that, some sweet or something. Our parents
Yeah,
are
we,
good cooks.
Or we can just, or we can just put a church community. Cause
yeah, 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 yeah. We'll see. We'll not get as far as that because we are not actually planning out this year right now. When it's time, God will give us a good idea about how to do things and when to do things. So yes. Next, Ajit and Nabi.
oh, mm, oh,
Sakin auntie, did you call us?
Yes.
The thing I like about the Saturday event is that I get to share my testimony and also give stuff to the homeless people
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and help them because I feel bad for them.
wait, the place we went were the only places, or were there more places that other people went?
Of course, there's more
There are
places.
so many other places.
But we went.
So the place where we went in the last, that was where everybody gathered, whoever had leftover bags, and we had so many people there. So that was the last stop. But before that, there were so many other places where we gave out the bags. Ajit?
We found homeless people under the bridges.
Oh,
Mm.
I saw a homeless person.
Nabi?
We also found a homeless
Actually,
people
Auntie, I
on
had to tell you something. I only
Abhi?
gave out one bag. Oh, sorry.
Abhi, go ahead.
the thing that I enjoyed about the Saturday event is that I get to receive the homeless people and give them bags and show my testimony and show my cards to them
Mm-hmm.
and hear other
Nice.
people's testimony.
So I'm really happy about how God has helped us and how we have done this thing. And I'm really proud of you guys. Like some of you have donated your money, some of you have brought some things, some of you have ordered some things, and all of this we've put together because all of us are in this together. So regarding the future, I definitely want to do it regularly. I don't want to make it, once in a year kind of thing. I personally, I would prefer we do it at least once a month. But I need to talk to the deacon team and your parents, because ultimately they are the ones that have to come together to do something like this. We cannot do it on our own.
Oh,
Then I also need something that you guys need to do, which is, I think I will, once I prepare this year's curriculum, I'm gonna hand them out to you. Along with them, I'm gonna hand out some boxes, where you can keep the money that you've collected. But as of right now, I think if somebody hasn't been doing it lately, right now, I need you guys to start collecting money from your parents, like you just can't. And when I say you have to take money from your parents, you just cannot go and ask them, like give me some money. No, you have to earn it. Maybe do some chores, I don't know, set up a system, talk to your parents, do some chores, maybe, loading the dishwasher is $2, unloading the dishwasher is $3, or maybe, like vacuuming is $5. I don't know. Just set up a system, talk to your parents, and maybe you skip on ice cream and you get that money. Whatever works, okay? So whatever works, start collecting your own money, make your own a piggy bank, so that at the end of the month, whenever we are doing this kind of event, we can bring together all that we have, all that we've saved, and help we can start helping people. Apart from this, we can also always set up things like, selling some. We'll try to sell some stuff. We'll make some cookies, maybe, like maybe popcorn or pretzels or something like that.
Auntie, auntie.
They make ice cream.
నాన్న నన్ను ఒకసారి మాట్లాడిస్తారా? Uh, so whatever it is, we will come out with new ideas. We can meanwhile we'll think of ideas that we can make money, like selling
They already
stuff.
have money.
So we will try to do as much as possible this year to the helpless, okay? And it doesn't always have to be the homeless, okay? Every time it doesn't have to be the homeless. Sometime, at least once or twice, we can go to an orphanage, like with to kids that don't have parents. We can go visit them. Sometimes we can go to the old age homes, just go spend some time with them, or we can always appreciate our local
He
heroes like the police, the
filters. They
the
are.
first responders. So we can go to them, hand them out some money
Offers.
or something, and always it doesn't have to be money. Like every time it doesn't have to be money. So kindness can be shown in different various ways. You can be generous in various ways, not just in money. For example, you guys made cards, right? Like on that day, every one of you have made cards, and we've made cards and kept in the back. So that is being generous. So you've used your time and you've used your energy, your resources to show to the other person that you care about them. So one time we can make cards and go give them out in a local, like wherever they stay. So there are so many ways. So what I want to say is, so there are so many ways that we can serve. There is no one single way. We always don't have to make the food bag and just go help the homeless. There are so many incredible ways that we can help people and we can be generous. So other than that, as church, as Sunday school, we will really try to come together and do whatever we can. But I also don't want you guys to miss out the opportunities in your day-to-day life. Maybe now online, and maybe you're not meeting a lot of people, but if you can observe closely, there's always someone in need. Maybe someone is in need of a little kindness. Maybe someone is in need of your smile. Maybe someone is in need of your goodness. So it can be anything. It can be anything, and there are incredible ways you can serve people and be generous in your day-to-day life. I don't want you guys to think and to be struck with the idea that helping and being generous is in terms of money only. Like you collecting money or spending money and helping the homeless is the only generous thing to do. That's not the right thing. There are so many, like I said, there are so many ways to help people. So I want you guys to pay attention to that as well, okay? So find out, be attentive, be keen. So having a generous heart means you can just give out anything. You can just give love. You can show them kindness, whatever. So just pay attention to your everyday things too, and try to be generous with that as well. So we will learn a little bit about generosity today.
Wait,
Before that, Terry,
Actually, I have a question.
sure.
If the can team allows us that giving out for the homeless in the orphanages, can we also put a card factory, like not really a factory that we're gonna put machines, like something like someone is gonna write the matter about them, what we're gonna do it, and then someone tells, and the other person tells whether it's good or not, and then the other person does a design for the card, and then the person chooses, and then whoever does the best thing, they and then the all people do it, so they're just gonna just do it, just they do one.
Yeah, can we sell the cards?
Yeah, and so that that homeless people, when they show off eat maybe their friends, or they're showing
Let
off,
me write that
they would
down
tell
right
that
now.
this is not enough.
It's like a team
everybody, I
making
have
the cards
money.
together, but in an easier way.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Xbox money.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Yeah, Xbox.
that is a very good idea. Yeah, we can do that as well. Just not
Or we
cookies.
could just sell stuff
Just
from
not
an app called
uh,
Offer or anything else.
of connection, Nana. Instead of just selling cookies or something like that, we can do that for 1 month as well. Um, basically ways to make more money.
Can you send the
My dad, my
picture
mom
of the
and dad wouldn't pay me if I do
Akka?
anything.
Can you send the
They told that
picture?
one day that they will pay me, but they said after a month, but they did not even pay me.
Wait, I have one
You have to ask your parents about that, because at the end of the month, see, maybe we'll not do we'll not do anything for February because it's too close.
Uh,
Maybe we'll plan something out for March, and then I don't want you guys to go and ask your parents to like give me $50 or something like that. I don't want you to do that. So right now you have to start collecting money.
I already have money.
Okay,
120, if
Akka,
you
Sandy, Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
So Akka, like in at stores like at Walmart, I see people playing an instrument and they're asking for money. Can we give them the bags too, or is it is it necessary for the bags for them,
It
or like
really depends, because not everyone likes to take a bag, like food bag. There are so many different factors that come into play, because just because we are handing out food doesn't mean that the other person is really in need of that, or the other person like that. Because even in homeless people, even in people who are in need, there are so many factors that come into play.
Sakini and you froze.
you froze, Akka?
Yeah,
Your
you froze. Like,
screen is your
uh,
screen is frozen.
yeah, you're like, wait. I can't make it up. I can't make the face. But you're frozen. Okay, she left. Oh, I see Prairie Punka.
Auntie, you're a mute, auntie.
I will.
Ah,
Anyway, so we'll think about that. We it's always nice to ask people if they need food, and if they say yes, we can just hand out the bag. Sometimes people out they just say they don't need it, so
no, maybe they
then
have food because they have music. Wait, are they homeless? But are they homeless or are they not?
we don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know if they're homeless, or and we don't know if they need food or if they need just money for other things. Sometimes people don't like taking food from other people. There are so many factors, so it's always nice to ask. If you find someone and if you like to help them out, you can just go and ask them how you can help them, and if you can just ask them, if they need any food, and that's the best way to do. Next, so many questions. I don't think it's appropriate right now to discuss this. Anyway, no more questions. We will move on to today's topic, generosity. We are not dealing a
Akka,
ton with. Remy?
can you send the notes that you're writing down in the group so we can copy it on a piece of paper?
I will put that in the group.
And Sarkinia auntie, I forgot my question.
I need you guys to be a little more serious about a Sunday school thing. I don't know. It's always nice to ask questions, but I think we lost track today. Like we forgot the topic we are going to discuss, and we just keep discussing questions. So please keep your questions to yourself. Write them down. We will deal with them later, or you can just reach out to me if we are, like if we have time. Anyway, so let's move on to today's topic. I'm not going to deal a lot. We are not going to talk so much about it. We will just watch a video about generosity, and we are going to read a passage from the Bible that we all know about, Jesus' attitude towards money and how he feels about.
Oh, so even that old woman putting money like 2 pennies, even though she couldn't have used them to buy things.
We are going to read that passage again. Exactly right. We are going to read that passage again, and we are going to watch a video and then wind up. Okay. So that we are all, like all of us are in the mood. We are talking about giving. We are talking about generosity. We never should end without seeing what Jesus says. Let's watch this video
Imagine
first.
your friend invites you to a party. You arrive and there's lots of people, decorations, food, and drink. There's enough for everyone.
When you're hosted by someone that generous, you don't have to worry about your needs. You can just enjoy yourself and focus on the people around you.
Yeah, that's what a good host wants for her guests.
And this is the picture of the world that we find in the Bible. Creation is an expression of God's generous love. He's the host, and humans are his guests in a world of opportunity and abundance.
And we're called to keep the party going, to spread his goodness. This is a beautiful picture. But it's not the way people experience the world. Rather, we find a world of scarcity and struggle, not abundance.
And Jesus grew up in that kind of world. Under military occupation, people losing their land or families to debt and poverty. And yet, he would say things like this. Look at the birds. They don't store up food for themselves, yet they have enough. Or consider the wildflowers. They're beautiful and abundant, and they don't stress about their existence. And you all should live that way too.
But surely Jesus knew that things don't always work out. I mean, sometimes there really isn't enough.
And Jesus did experience poverty firsthand, but he viewed the world through the story of the Hebrew scriptures, which claimed that our scarcity problem isn't caused by a lack of resources. Rather, the problem is our mindset that God can't be trusted.
Maybe God's holding out on me. Maybe there isn't enough, and maybe I need to take matters into my own hands.
And once we're deceived into that mindset of scarcity, we can justify the impulse to take care of me and mine before anyone else. And that leads to envy and anger, violence, and a world where it seems like there's not enough.
The party's over, it's turned into a battleground.
But God wants humans to experience his generosity, and so he chooses one people, the family of Abraham, and he promises to give them the abundance that he wants for everybody else. God will provide what they need. All they have to do is trust his generosity.
And through them, the whole world will see how generous the host really is.
But that's not what happens. Abraham's descendants, the Israelites, enter a land of abundance, and they promptly forget the host who gave it to them. They act like it's all theirs, and like there's not enough, and it leads to war and Israel's self-destruction.
If I were the host of this party, I think I'd just give up.
But God doesn't give up. What he does is surprising. He gives another gift.
Another gift?
Yeah, but this gift is different. What God gives is himself.
All right, and Jesus, the host himself, comes to join in on the spoiled party.
And notice, Jesus lives with the conviction that there is enough, and that our generous host can be trusted. His mindset of abundance allowed him to live sacrificially and generously, even towards his enemies.
And Jesus called his followers to trust in God's abundance like him.
And that's why he said things like, sell your possessions and give to the poor, or don't worry about your life. He's inviting us to live by a different story, one that is built on trust in God's goodness and love.
But living generously doesn't mean life is gonna go well. I mean, look at Jesus. He was betrayed by his friends, and he suffered.
And this was no surprise to Jesus. He knew that people would take advantage of his generosity. In fact, that was his plan.
Really?
Yeah, think about it. Jesus knows that we're all hopelessly deceived by this lie that there's not enough.
Yeah, that lie needs to be defeated.
And so that's what Jesus was doing when he gave us the gift of his life. Jesus' death was the ultimate expression of God's generous love.
Yeah, God's love can turn death into life and scarcity back into abundance.
Or as the Apostle Paul put it, you know the gift of our Lord Jesus the Messiah, that even though he was rich, for your sake he became poor, so that you, through his poverty, might become rich.
And Jesus called his followers to live like the real party has begun.
Yes, he called it the kingdom of God. And our invitation to this party is yet another gift, the personal presence of God's own Spirit that can teach us how to trust the generosity of the host, just like Jesus did.
Yeah, and when you believe there's enough, you start seeing opportunities for generosity everywhere. With our time and money, our attention.
Yes, one of the most important ways that we can experience the abundance of God's new creation is sharing with others because of our trust that God is the generous host.
Yeah, that's a little bit about being generous. Now we will move on and read today's Bible portion. Like you figured out, it is about the old lady, putting out 2 pennies. Now Jesus sat opposite the treasury and saw how the people put money into the treasury, and many who were rich put in much. Then one poor widow came and threw in 2 mites, which make a quadrans. So he called his disciples to himself and said to them, assuredly I say to you that this poor widow has put in more than all those who have given to the treasury, for they all put in out of their abundance, but she out of her poverty put in all that she had, her whole livelihood. After talking so much, like what we've done, what we've liked about what we've done, about how we might do things in the future, what our plans are, how we should, after talking about all of that, I don't think it's appropriate to end the session without remembering this thing. I need all of you guys to remember this very well and read as many times as possible. It's in Mark chapter 12, the last 4 verses. 41 to 44. So if you observe, it's kind of interesting how Jesus was looking at all the people that are putting their money in the treasury, in the temple. So Jesus is actually watching us, watching our hearts, watching our intentions. And just because you give $100 doesn't mean that God is really impressed with you, right? So you don't think, oh, they just brought $1 and I'm giving $100, so that means that I'm doing so much more for the Lord, and they're doing nothing. So I'm doing like 100 times and they're giving $1. No. God never ever sees at how much we are bringing. God always sees how we are bringing, like your heart of gratitude, your heart of love, your heart of generosity, your heart of service. This is what matters to God. Just think about it. Don't you think if there's someone who would be the richest, it wouldn't it be God? Like God is like he would be the richest if we think in terms of money, because he has everything. But why does God need our money? Like if he's the richest, why does he ask us to bring the pennies or ask to bring the dollar? We have to help the poor, not because he doesn't have money, not because we need to help him out with that.
It's saying how we put in the money, not what we put in. How.
How the heart of generosity is really, really important. It's like we've talked on that other day, right? Like the little kid who brought the 5 loaves and 2 fish. It's like the kid. So see, Jesus blessed and broke the bread, and thousands of people ate it. It's not. Do you think it's not possible for Jesus to make the bread, out of air? If he wants to do that, he can do that. Jesus is someone who turned water into wine. He can do anything. If he wants, some fish, and if he wants some bread, he can do anything. But the little kid, he played a very important role in giving the little he has, right? So Jesus wants your heart. Jesus wants your heart to serve. Jesus wants your heart to love him and serve him. And when you say you're serving him, you cannot shut your eyes or ears or heart to your fellow brethren, to your fellow brother or sister who is in suffering and say that I love the Lord. No, we cannot say that. So that is the reason we need to bring in together whatever we have. We need to do our best, but that doesn't mean that you have to keep counting what you have. Like, like just because you bring $100 doesn't mean that you're greater than someone who just brought $1 or someone who hasn't brought anything. That doesn't make us anything. It's all about bringing to God whatever you have, the best you have, with your best intentions. God is a God who looks at your heart and your heart's intentions. Okay, right? So after talking so much about generosity, there is no point if he wind it up without thinking about how Jesus was very much impressed with the 2 pennies that the old widow gave, rather than being impressed with, like so much
Alice?
the other people put in. We always have to remember that thing. That doesn't mean that you always bring 2 pennies and say that God be impressed with that.
You have to give every, not just to giving how much you have, but you have to give like how you
Right.
do it. The
So
heart.
exactly why Jesus was impressed was, say you have $100, and say we are doing some, like we are doing an event like this, and say you have put in like $20, okay, and you still have $80 with yourself, and you want to do something with that, like your person, you want to buy a doll or something with your money, and you still give the $20 to church. Imagine somebody that has only $2, their whole money was just $2, and they gave the whole $2 to church, to this event. So then Jesus wouldn't be impressed with the $20 that you gave out of your 100. Like you kept 80 for yourself and you gave 20, and Jesus wouldn't be impressed. That's what exactly happened with the old widow and all the rich people. All the rich people, they gave a little bit out of the so much they have, whereas the widow, she put everything she had. So that is the reason Jesus was impressed. And at the end of the day, whatever we do, our goal is to impress Jesus and make him happy, right? So this is a really good example that Jesus gave us in the Bible for us to follow. And I need you guys to remember it. Okay?
Second, auntie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, uh, can we give up half of our money? Like, if we have $100 and then we give 50, is that worth? Because we're not giving anything less or anything more. We're just giving equal. Or if we
Like I said, it is not about the amount of money. Like it's not about the number you're giving. It is the heart with which you're giving.
Oh,
So if you decide to give $50 to yourself, you you need to ask, you need to question yourself about your motives, like why you want to keep, instead of helping someone in need, there should be a good reason you want to keep the other $50, right? There should be a really good reason you want to keep it to your.
Maybe you can think about it instead of like you can think about it like helping someone in need, like helping someone in need. If you keep it to yourself, most of the money, like if you keep $80 to yourself, then the poor, the people, the money you actually needed, the money the people, the church gave you, like $100. The poor people might not want that, so it might be the same thing. You have to give all you have.
Yeah. So it's always the best to give all that you have, but sometimes if you have the question of, like how much you should give, you should always, like try to balance it out. So say you have $100 and you give $50 to the homeless and you keep $50 for yourself and you want to buy a doll. So how important do you think it is for you to buy a doll when the other person is actually hungry or maybe thirsty or maybe is shivering in the cold?
I mean, you have hundreds of dolls, and they don't
So
even have a
are the
single doll.
priorities you need to set and you need to think about it. Sorry. And if you still think that you need your doll above anything else, even though our fellow brother is suffering, then you can just go ahead and buy the doll.
Yeah, but the people you give money, they don't even have a single doll, and you have like 1,480 gazillion trillion million gazillion.
So we don't have to put that discussion out right now because all of us know how blessed we are, all of us know how privileged we are, and we know how many toys we have and how many toys we need, and we know how our parents get everything we ask for. And you really need to decide for yourself how much you want to keep for yourself and how much you want to give it out. Next, Sandy.
So you don't give money because everybody's seeing you, but you give it only like because you're giving it?
Exactly. Nobody needs to know how much you're giving or what you're giving. And actually, nobody doesn't even have to know if you're giving. Okay, that is the reason I haven't announced like how many of you have given how much. Like for the Saturday's event, I have some kids who have sponsored something, some kids who have donated money, some kids who have brought something. Sometimes it might be public, that's fine, as long as your intention is not that to show off. But that is the reason I did not, like I could have announced like so and so person gave, like these many dollars. No, whatever your right hand does, your left hand doesn't have to know. That's what it's written in the Bible.
And
thank you for bringing that up. That's one really important principle you guys need to remember. Sharing it so that other people will be encouraged and do the same is fine, but sharing it because you want other people to know how much you have done, that's really wrong.
it's not like like you pray. It's not like you're praying to show people, to just show off.
That is called hypocrisy, right?
Yeah, hypocrites.
Yeah.
Why is it written in the Bible that they may be blessed?
Who may be blessed?
The hypocrite is.
It is written that the hypocrites may be blessed.
No, they're not. They wouldn't be blessed.
They could be blessed, but God is not impressed with them. So what is the point of being blessed?
Yeah, they just pray to show off. They should pray.
God actually hates hypocrites. So there's no point in being blessed, right?
Yeah.
But
see, if you look out in the world, there are so many people that are blessed with material things. Like they're super rich, they have so many cars, they have so many things. But at the end of the day, sometimes God, not sometimes, most of the times, God is not impressed with them. So there's no point in having, big houses and large cars and having everything in the world and God not liking you. So maybe they're blessed, but
and secondly, I have another thing. whoever is rich, God wants more work from them. Whoever is poor, not that much, just the ones that they need their own basic needs.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that Jesus was poor himself. Like when Jesus was on this earth, he did not come like he did not say, "Hey, like heaven and earth is mine. I made everything. I can, like make everything. I can have a lot of money." No, he did not say it like that. He was born in a manger. Like he was very poor, but still he gave so much. He like
Gave his
we
life.
cannot even start to imagine how much Jesus did and how much Jesus gave. So even if we are poor, like even if we don't have a lot of money, we always have to keep the example of Jesus. Definitely, Jesus was way, 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 way poor than we are. See, we have comfortable houses, we have food. Never ever we know how it's like to be hungry, because we don't have food. And we have comfortable beds, we have good schools, we have cars, we have all the comforts we can ever imagine. And definitely Jesus did not have any of that. He didn't even have a proper house, like when he was ministering, he didn't even have a proper house. He would just rather go into the forest or into a desert, pray, sleep, spend some time and come back
And he
hit the roads again for to minister to people. So even if you're poor, you're never, it isn't an excuse for not to do whatever good you're supposed to do. But like I said again, even the widow was poor, and she just put in 2 pennies, and still Jesus was impressed. So yeah.
Auntie.
One last question. We need to wind this up.
Okay. So if I forgot the question.
That's fine. We'll deal some other time when we have time, okay? Suchi?
Can I show a few things?
Yeah, let us make it quick. I'm
Can
assuming.
I also show?
Yes, yes.
So I made a small book in my art class, and it's an element of art, and it's a line. And I did this drawing in my art class.
Interesting. Very nice.
I don't remember what's called, but it starts with the S, and I drew this.
I think it's called a dodo. That's
No,
why.
a peregrine. And I drew this Egyptian goddess.
The Egyptian goddess don't live.
Nice.
But I know what I was gonna say now.
I drew this because for my grade card they said pick a school mascot, and they should draw it, and I drew this golden.
What about the Marvel one?
The most
I drew it. I picked a golden eagle.
the golden eagle.
That's it. That's about for today. We are way, way, way past our time, so I need you guys to wind it up. We have had a long talk today, and it's nice with you guys. Before we move on to like our serious classes, we don't get to chat a lot once our actual classes begin. So it was very nice to get to spend some time with you guys today. And I'm always open to your questions, your ideas, and any concerns. You can always reach out to me personally. You can just text me if not in class, because in class we have all of us come together, we have very limited time, so sometimes I may not attend to your questions or your something you wanted to show or something you want to share. I might not have the time. I might not be able to give you the time to share everything, but please text me personally if something we missed in class. Always you can reach out to me. All of your moms have my number, so just shoot a personal message. Okay?
The most important thing Jesus gave is not like the food or anything, but his whole life.
Yeah, that's what, like I said, it's not money, just not money. There are so many things you can be generous about, like Jesus.
Like Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa.
Okay, so that's about today. We are going to wind up. We are going to pray and we're going to wind up today's.
What about the prayer request?
We'll not do prayer requests for now because
And
I'm assuming most of them. I'm assuming most of them are the same, and then also happy birthday Akansh in advance. So we'll pray about Akansh as well, and we'll pray about.
and my sister has a prayer request.
Is your
Chandra,
birthday?
Chepu, we don't have to write it down, but we'll pray about it. What is your prayer request?
Okay.
Quick.
And yesterday night, my sister got vomiting, and my mother is saying she might get fever, so pray about
I already have.
Yeah. We need to pray about our health. Like Akansh, Aradhana, Suchi, Prami are sick, and myself. So we need to pray about our health. That's one. And second, we need to pray about Akansh, Snigdha, and Stacy, who have their birthdays on 8th, 10th, and 11th. So three of them are gonna celebrate birthdays 3 or 4 days. So we need to pray about that as well. So other than that, we are not doing a lot of prayer requests today because we are out of time. And I want Sandy to pray. So we'll wind up today's session.
If you are sleeping in the hall. Lord Jesus, thank you for giving us a wonderful day. Thank you for helping us to learn about you. And Lord, yes, Lord, we shouldn't give because everybody's seeing. But Lord, we should give because we love you with our whole heart. And Lord, what great love is what is there? Is there a greater love than yours to lay down your life for your friends? Lord, I pray for everyone in this Sunday school. And I pray for every prayer request that each and everyone has, Lord. Lord, in this prayer call, please heal anybody who has a sickness, Lord. And please heal them and please help them and heal them. And Lord, I pray for Akansh and his birthday and I pray for Snigdha and Stacy's birthday as well, Lord. Please help them and bless them as they're starting a new year and help them to grow in you more, Lord, and help them to praise you and glorify you, and help us all to praise you and glorify you, for you are a master and you are a teacher, and no one is better than you, Lord, and please help us to know that, and please be with us and guide us and lead us. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Thank you so much, Sunny, and thank you so much, guys. You were great today, as usual. I will see you again next week.
Bye. Second year.
Bye.
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 Bye. I